So before this video starts off, I'm going to explain a little bit of the reasoning why I haven't uploaded in a little bit. Now, I did explain this in a TikTok short thing, but I'd rather actually get to explain it in this video. So I'm going to do that real quick. So obviously this is a review of Josh A's new album, but I was actually recording the entire reaction of it. I didn't say that properly, let me say it again. I was recording an entire reaction to it. And I recorded about 1/3 until both me and my partner Jeremy got hungry. So I ended the recording and went to go get food. I figured come back up, start recording back up, and watch the rest of it. I remember clicking on record, but either the click didn't register or when I clicked back onto the video, it instantly stopped. So pointless video. I was understandably really fucking frustrated, so I kind of just was just done for a bit. But I figured I already listened to the album, and during listening, I did get my own reviews of the song. Why not maybe listen back to it and add my own little notes and leave a little review, if that I guess kind of works. Plus, I do have a review series on this channel that I haven't done in fucking God knows how long. And before I get to the actual reviews, let's talk a little bit about backstory with Josh and everything, because this motherfucker has not dropped for a bit. At least if we're considering his actual like main name, Josh A. Josh A has not dropped since March 2023, which is quite a bit away. Over a year now we're talking with this. I say with this like Josh A because his alternate name or side project, Little Revive, dropped in December 2023. Still, that is half a year away. It's been quite a bit since he dropped. Plus, Little Revive is a little bit different from Josh A. While Josh A is a lot of stuff, Little Revive is more darker kind of stuff. Plus, once again, side project. And this album was, for at least for me, kind of sudden. I just was suddenly on my Spotify one day, and the front homepage was like, "Hey, remember this artist you absolutely loved and adored, and like basically idolized, and the reason why you started making music?" Yeah, he just suddenly dropped an entire fucking album. I was genuinely surprised. So I actually held back because I wanted to record my reaction to it. So I didn't listen to it for 2 days until I had time. But of course, how is the album? That's a main thing, obviously, because I'm reviewing the album. Is it good? Is it bad? The motherfucker hasn't dropped in a while, and his last album, not to be rude, Josh A, really wasn't that good. He definitely talks about it a little bit in this album, but either way, his last drop was not that good. It felt very lackluster, very empty, and while it had a good story in his last album, the songs just weren't that good. So I'm gonna just go through, talk about each song just a little bit, kind of spitball about it, or just rapid fire, and just leave quick little reviews and then an overall review. Let's fucking begin. Actually, wait, first, let me get a little sip. Let's begin. First one, The Return. Insert title of album or whatever. Or the whole joke about like running. I can't think. I'm sorry. The Return. This is more of like an actual trap rap type shit, or just actual rap. This isn't very melodic like Josh A is quite known for. This is more aggressive stuff, and I actually really do like how this song plays with it. It starts off quite slow in the beginning, quite normal, and not as aggressive. Yet as the song slowly progresses, it gets more and more tense, more aggressive, and once the like beat officially drops, it's very fast. And while the speediness is admittedly feeling a little bit sloppy at some parts, I still really do like this song. The bars just kind of feel a bit lackluster. I don't know what it is for me. It's definitely a decent song. It's just, especially when the fast part drops in, it just doesn't give as much of a whole shit vibe. This song also doesn't have a hook, which is quite a thing that Josh A doesn't do that often. A lot of songs have hooks, and in fact, I personally think his hooks are the best part of songs. Sadly, just because this song doesn't have anything that big out of there, I feel like it fits at a 7 out of 10 with me. Sure, the slow build up into the super fast stuff is really nice, but there isn't too much to back it up. It's just 7 out of 10. Perfect middle ground, in my opinion. Next song, Held Him Back. This song actually does have a hook and has a little melodic kind of hook. The problem is the verses feel extremely like monotone. No real change, no like changing pitches or anything. It just feels very monotone through the entire fucking song. And even the hook itself, the hook felt kind of generic. And I hate to say that that's something you hear quite a lot on this album. Generic. This song is probably the worst in the album, in my opinion. No matter what the numbers say, it doesn't show, because honestly, if you look, the numbers are basically going down as the album goes through, because people probably listen to like the first couple songs and then kind of cut out of it. Certain songs beat that number trend, which I'll point out in a little bit. But this song gets a 6 out of 10 in my opinion. Once again, this is probably the worst on the album, which means the rest have to be somewhat better. Let's help. Grief. Now this is actually a song that definitely picks up a lot better, honestly. It has a little melodic rap verse, but when the hook comes in, I really like the hook. I don't know what it is. I'll play it right now in the background a little bit louder so you can hear, but the part where it's just the whole like on and on, dun dun dun, on and on, dun, like I just really like it. It just flows very well, and even the verse itself, it does feel quite nice. The song does feel like he's talking a lot more personally. There's definitely been a lot of songs where he's talking about himself or just sad stuff, but it doesn't feel like it's coming from him in a sense. This song gets a 7.5 out of 10. While I definitely did it like Return, I feel like it does better in Return, of more replay value, just more enjoyable. Barely Hanging On. Now this is another song kind of like Grief, where it's a melodic rap verse and then gets very more melodic for the hook. And the thing I hate to say is that admittedly this feels a little bit kind of like Grief, like a little bit of a copy. Of course, yeah, not 100% copy. The song honestly is a bit more upbeat with how it sounds. Grief's a lot more darker and kind of monotone, which works for the song. With Barely Hanging On, it's just a little bit more upbeat, but just feels like it's hitting the same beats, the same way and flows. Only even the hook doesn't feel exactly the same, but I just feel like elements of it definitely were taken for this. This happens a couple other times where like songs feel copies of the song right before it, and I feel like if the song order was shuffled, it would definitely help it a little bit. But with the songs right next to each other, it just really makes it feel like the song was just kind of Control C, Control V, and just kind of change a few words around. This song gets a 7 out of 10. It's still decent, but I definitely do feel like I enjoyed Grief a lot more. Demons. That is definitely just another normal rap track, except the hook kind of gives off a bit of some Juice WRLD vibes of how melodic it is. Not in the sense saying that the song feels like Juice WRLD, but the hook kind of gives off the vibes of what he gives off in his songs. I'm not saying that Josh is 100% copying, but just kind of more feels like inspired in a sense. Still kind of feels a little bit like the last two, not as much. Just feel like it's copying like right to the fucking what I'm fucking looking for. To the T or whatever. Doesn't feel like it's copying extremely close, but definitely feels loosely based off the last two songs, but a lot more oomph and just kind of aggressiveness. This song gets a 7.5 out of 10. It kind of goes interchangeable with Grief and just its level. They're both different enough to have slight similarities. Villain. This is definitely much more of an intense rap song. I'm just gonna say this. This is the best song on the album, fucking period. Yes, I know the numbers may not immediately show it, but back to what I said with the whole, like, I'm gonna mention the numbers later. While yes, the numbers definitely go down, a few songs actually go a bit higher than the song previous. And Villain is the one that goes the most up. It goes up, I wanna say about 15,000 or 1,500 more. No, it's 15,000 more. It's the only song that goes up that much more compared to everything else. I truly feel like this is the best on the album. If others want to disagree, especially in the comments, but not people are gonna watch this video, but hey, if they do, please comment down below and leave your own personal choice, because I feel like Villain's the best, but if you have your own personal choice, once again, comment down below. If you look at the entire fucking tier list. If you disagree with me with any of these songs, comment down below. If you think I'm fucking stupid, comment down below. If you think I'm absolutely right, comment down below. If you think I'm kind of cute, comment down below. Okay, back to what I was saying. The song, the beat at least kind of gives off like a bit of like UK drill vibes, which I know a few of Josh A's beats kind of have to an extent. For me, the songs of his that have like the 808s that like are very wavy in a sense. I don't know how to describe it, but this song definitely gave off, even though they didn't really have that, this song gave off UK drill beat kind of vibes. Of course, it didn't rap like it's UK drill, but it still was a really good song. Plus, this is one of the few songs I feel like the lines are really hit hard. Two parts I can really point off and are like quite well in my memory are the parts where he's talking about drugs, women, money, cars, and blah 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 blah. I just said the part I didn't remember and I don't fucking remember it, but I know like partially the line. And also the part where it's like they call me trash and then they listen to Yeet. And got my tail while I spice out the tail and jiggling cheeks. Plus that's the part where like the beat kind of drops and oh god, it hits pretty fucking good. This song definitely hits an 8 out of 10. Now I'm definitely not gonna say it's the best of best, but it's it's definitely up there. For it to be like 10 out of 10, that would have to be stuff like Suicidal Thoughts or Pain, songs of his that have absolutely blown the fuck up. Hitting an 8 out of 10 is me kind of saying, this is definitely the best of the album, like I fucking said multiple times already. This is a song that if you even just purely look at the album, look at the numbers, you should be able to tell, oh, this is the song that did the fucking best. Hell, I think this should hit like over 500k, maybe even actually touch the millions. Once again, 8 out of 10. Take My Soul Back. This is where I feel like it kind of dips down in a sense. The rest of these songs here are gonna be all quite melodic, which is something that kind of happens a lot in most of Joshua's album. I feel like I've noticed is it's just a trend, or I'm just going fucking batshit insane, where the later songs in the album are always all just melodic. I don't know if it's just a trend or just once again something my cuckoo brain is just noticing. Also, the guitar does sound really nice in this. I do like this. I do like all of Josh A's guitars that he uses in his are really good. I don't know if they're like actual guitars or him fucking doing shit in FL Studio or what, but still, they sound really good. The singing bridge really isn't too bad, but another song that feels, now stay with me class, generic. I feel bad that I can't really point out too much with the song, but that's just how it feels. The bridge is probably, in my opinion, the part that sticks out the most to me. In the end, I have to give the song probably a 6.5 out of 10. Once again, definitely not the worst, but it just feels like a bit of a drop in the album. Alone with My Thoughts. Another melodic song, just a little bit laid back, and this one is got a little bit more less genericness. Once again, the beat has another nice guitar, and this time the hook I do kind of quite like of it. This song definitely does feel a little bit more memorable, but it's one of those things of it's only more memorable of the album because songs. This one definitely gets more of a 7 out of 10. Once again, I feel bad I don't have a lot to say about it, but the song just didn't give crazy amount to me. It was just alright. Lost You. This song's got bits on like pop vibes. I don't know if it's just me kind of getting the wrong genre or what, but it just gives off a bit more of pop vibes than anything. It doesn't feel like it's really extremely hard rap or just any rap really. It's another song with a good hook, and especially when the hook plays last time, the first like line kind of has like the beat kind of cut out, or at least it's just a melody, so the beat drops. Beautiful beat drop. Songs that I'm picking up a little bit more with just how I enjoy them. Well, I had to give this a 7.5 out of 10. Devil in Disguise. This had a good hook, I'll be honest. Definitely an bridge, but it was still definitely had a good hook, and the bridge was alright. I did have to definitely enjoy the guitar on this song, and with the guitar, I actually feel like it kind of flows into the next song that's on the album. It probably doesn't actually, and I'm just kind of going insane. The guitars do sound quite similar. I don't believe that they're exactly playing the notes the exact same, but it just sounds similar. If you're listening to the album completely straight through, you'll understand what I'm saying. The song gets a 7.5 out of 10. And the next song, and the final one, Beautiful Scars. As I said, it has quite a similar beat to Devil in Disguise. What bothers me is because they sound so similar. This one sounds a bit off to me. I don't know what it is. It sounds like it's like just a pitch up, just like half an octave, ever so slightly off. It just throws me for a loop. I don't know what it is. It's still nice though. As much as this song does feel kind of like a copy of Devil in Disguise, I actually still do kind of like it. I don't know what it is. Trying to pick between the songs of which one I like more is kind of tough. So honestly, I give this also 7.5 out of 10. These two songs are honestly interchangeable for me for which one I like more. It really depends on the mood. Devil in Disguise has got that more like you fucking cheated on me vibes, while Beautiful Scars like, hey, I love you. The Beautiful Scars is kind of more like a love, it's just a kind of song, while Devil in Disguise is like a fuck you song. Well, I'm covering myself. Fuck you. So yeah, 7.5 out of 10, and that is the album review. Now of course I gotta review the album myself. Total it all up. Funny enough, I didn't really put an actual review down on my little script over here. I don't really have a script. It's just kind of bulletin. What's the word? Bulleted list points bullshit of just like little notes. But I'd have to give this album a 7 out of 10. How do I think it's bad? Oh fuck no. I think it's a really decent album. But airing this to all of other Josh J stuff. The Better Off Dead series, Fearless. Like hell, I can continue listing off great albums that Josh J's had that are way better. Even some of his older stuff is, I think, is still better than this because, yeah, part of me doesn't want to feel like I'm shitting on Josh J because I'm really not trying to be rude. I get it. He was gone for a while. Now you're finally back to making music. You gotta get the rust off a little bit. I mean, hell, this is his first album back after Fearless 2, which is basically his worst fucking album. And once again, not to be rude, he definitely talked about it. He pointed out in a few lines. I want to say one of the songs he talked about was "In the Return," but I just do not fully remember. Pointing out saying, "Hey, y'all fucking hated the album, but I put some work into that shit." While it's like, you put in work doesn't mean it's good. And this, once again, this is no hate to Josh A. This is the motherfucker who inspired me to make music. The motherfucker who got me through hard times, but it's okay to admit that your heroes might have just fallen off a little bit. I definitely do think I might bump a few songs, especially Villain. I've already definitely listened to this a few times on my own. While a few of the songs have popped up in my daily mix, I want to say Take My Soul Back popped up recently in my hip-hop mix, but other than that, it's an album I'm not going to be constantly playing. I practically know most of the words to a lot of his songs. Fucking Better Off Dead 1, 2, and 3, I definitely know a lot of. Sure, 3 might not know all of them, but like if you play any of the songs from those albums, I will 95% chance know the words to them straight through. I was listening to quite a lot of stuff, but I honestly stopped kind of listening towards Lonely Vibe just because it was pop punk shit, and honestly I'm not a big fan of that. But once again, Josh A is someone I really like, so this is no fucking hate to him. Once again, last thing, well, I already said it, but 7 out of 10, an okay album. You don't feel bad, Josh A. Even though I doubt you're gonna actually listen / watch this video. I'm talking way too fucking much. I'm just gonna stop the outro now. And that's the fucking review. I might actually try to do a few more reviews more often and try to do different things review-wise. Like, I do want to do more reviews for songs, like, or album reviews per se, instead of doing an entire recording, because Jesus Christ, I kind of realized if I did that, that would have been like a 45 fucking minute video, Jesus. Plus, I already do plenty of reactions, so give myself a bit of something else to do is nice. I always feel like I do reactions and tier lists, so I want to try to spice that up a little bit. Even though spicing it up like this is like adding fucking pepper to some shit. Like, ooh, spice. I don't like adding pepper to stuff. I'm white. I do hope that you do enjoy this video whenever the fuck it actually comes out, because I'm quite busy right now, so hopefully I can edit this as quick as possible. I promise my next video won't take as fucking long if working on my mega clip dump, which is something going on my gaming channel. Doesn't take too long for me to work on. So hope you enjoy this video. Like, subscribe, check out what other stuff I'm putting on screen right now because I can't really think right now. And enjoy this pug shaking ass.
You're a little mysterious.
Hey, sorry bro, but I'm in love with your mommy. When we fuck, she naughty, and it gets sloppy. She bouncing and shaking her tits when she tops me. Now you gotta call me dad, why she calls me poppy? Sorry bro, but I'm in love with your mommy. When we fuck, she naughty, and it gets sloppy. She bouncing and shaking her tits when she tops me. Now you gotta call me dad, why she calls me poppy?